My husband didn't believe he was the father of our daughter, and now our marriage is over. I 27F have been married my husband 28M for 2 years, and gave birth to our daughter 5 weeks ago. I'll try to keep this short, so I don't waste your time with any irrelevant details. What happened was that our daughter came out with blonde hair and pale blue eyes, while my husband and I have brown hair and brown eyes. My husband freaked out at this, and refused to listen to my explanation that, sometimes, babies are born with lighter hair and eyes that get darker over time. He demanded a paternity test and threatened to divorce me if I didn't comply, so I did. After my daughter and I got home from the hospital, my husband went to stay at his parents' house for the first 3 weeks to get some space from me, while I recovered, and he told them what was happening. My mill called and informed me that if the paternity test revealed that the child wasn't his, she would do anything within her power to make sure that I was taken to the cleaners during the divorce. I had my sister to lean on and help me take care of the baby during this. We got the results back yesterday, and my husband came home to view them with me. I was on the couch in the living room, so he sat next to me and we started to read the results. They showed that he was the father, and my husband had this shocked, kinda mortified look on his face with his eyes wide as he stared at it. I couldn't help but say, "I told you so," and started laughing at the way he looked. My husband snapped out of his shock and got mad at me for laughing at him. We argued for a bit, which was mainly him yelling at me, before my sister came downstairs and my husband shut up. After that, my husband went back to his parents' house to clear his head, and 2-3 hours later, my mill called to scold me about laughing in my husband's face, because apparently it was kicking him while he was down. She's also left a couple nasty texts, essentially saying the same thing this morning. I don't think I'm in awe, but I'd like outsider perspective on this. Edit. Since someone asked in the comments, but I can't find it anymore. I have zero history of cheating. Update. I'll start this update off by saying thank you for all the advice and support I was given. You all given me the firm kick in the ass to divorce my ex. Also sorry for leaving you in the lurch for the past 2 months. Alright, here's the update. After making my post, I decided to search for divorce lawyers in my area with my sister. It took a while, but I managed to find and meet with one who was willing to do virtual consultations. During this, my ex was not contacting me at all, but I did reach out to see if he was okay. Eventually, once he actually got served, my ex came back to our house and tried pleading with me not to go through with the divorce. He said he loved me more than anyone, and that we could go to couples therapy. During this, my ex slipped up and admitted to cheating on me when he first left me. He said that he got caught up with his coworker when trying to explain his weeks-long absence. At first, I didn't realize who he was talking about because he referred to her by a nickname, think Viv over Vivian, but my brain kicked back into gear and asked if that getting caught up with her was code for that he F'd her. My ex stumbled over his words and tried to dodge the question, but he seemed to realize that I wasn't going to let up on this pretty quickly. He admitted to going to her for emotional support before our baby was born, since he was nervous about being a dad, and eventually fucking her during the time he left. So you guys were right about him cheating. I had heard enough at that point, and told my ex point blank we were going to divorce, no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and that I wanted 50-50 custody. We'd only speaking about the divorce, custody arrangements, and our daughter herself after this. My mill did try to harass me over the phone about me divorcing my ex, but by then, I had already blocked her, so she went to my sister instead. I guess my mill was never told that I own the house my ex and I previously shared, since she texted my sister, saying that I was going to be on the streets. Well, my mill most certainly knows that now, since my ex is now living with her and moved out. My ex has seen our daughter a few times. Those visits were awkward to say the least, but I managed. Hopefully, I won't have to give you guys any more updates about this.